they both are coming back from injury. Well, Victor already came back from injury, but I think that's you got what you wanted going forward. Because what Victor Oladipo is going to give you 20 points off the bench. If he plays or not. And Dwayne Dedmon, I mean, he was showing flashes.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're both good rotational pieces.
Cultivate that talent.
Victor Oladipo gets another year to try to prove it. Things might open up if they do trade Tyler Hero, but if Donovan Mitchell goes there, then his minutes are going to be tough. So it's going to depend on who comes there, because I feel like the Heat are either going to get Donovan Mitchell or KD. It just feels ominous that one of those two is going to end up in Miami and people are going to get moved. So. This is a good offseason from the Miami Heat. They didn't need to do anything crazy. They have a good team. Yeah. So, you ready to move on to the Bucks? All right. The Milwaukee Bucks, they got Bobby Portis coming back for the next 4 years. Joe Ingles is signed. Wesley Matthews, a.k.a. Ochai Abaja's twin. Javon Carter, all on the Bucks, re-signed. So what do you think about them?
Bobby Portis, I think, is a good sign, for sure. They showed that with those, if you throw the big man out there, they can win you some games, especially when Giannis was out the prior year. So I think he's deserving of being paid because he won them that series and kept them in. Him and Brook Lopez, one of the Lopez brothers. They both got crazy hair. One of the Lopez brothers, when they played and Giannis was out, they really kept him in that series. That series was supposed to be done with Giannis injured.
Yeah, he's a great rotational forward / center.
He deserves
small ball center, and he's just he's a winner. He commits to winning. He dives on the floor. Somebody's getting a little chippy with Giannis. He'll throw an elbow. Like, he's just one of those winning basketball players that winning teams need. Joe Ingles shooting. Wesley Matthews, 3-and-D 2 guard. Javon Carter's a defensive point guard that he fits on winning teams well. Shoots a 3-point shot well. I think he's high 30s. So it's a good. They keep their core, move forward, nothing crazy. Yeah. All right, you ready to move on to crazy? The Minnesota Timberwolves. Cat gets the bag for your extension. Bryn Forbes, Taurean Prince, who's the only forward defender on their team, and Kyle Anderson, slow booty. All are coming to the Minnesota Timberwolves. What are you thinking? We can wait for Rudy Gobert and all those type of trades. We'll get to it. Trust me, we'll get to it. Okay? Yeah. I'm upset.
I don't know. I don't know what to say because it's. You paid Cat. I mean, good job on that. What are you doing? Is this? I don't think this. It's just not a great run organization. Because do they not like guys who show emotion? Is that just too much? Are they not like? What happened to just sticking with your guys? Why, I'm not even gonna. I'll just wait till we go to the trades. Never mind, because I feel so bad right now because this guy, blood, sweat, and tears on the court.
Oh yeah, bad.
Celebrated a win, and you trade him away
because of the contract. Yeah, I agree. I think Taurean Prince is a much needed re-signing. He's the only forward there that can defend. Kyle Anderson, he doesn't really fit the team, but rotational guy, I guess. Bryn Forbes, I disagree with. They don't need another 2-guard after drafting a 2-guard in the draft, and Wendell Moore Jr. So I definitely disagree with this, but we'll rip them to shreds later, don't we? Don't you guys worry. Pelicans, short and simple. Zion gets the 5-year bag. What are you thinking? Yeah.
Perfect. Why not?
I agree.
I don't disagree with that at all. That's a smart move.
Agree. Yeah.
You lock him down.
All right. Knicks. Let me make sure this. Yep. Finally, we get to talk about the Knicks. Jalen Brunson gets paid $100 million, 110, I think. Mitchell Robinson's got a 4-year, $60 million deal, I want to say. And Isaiah Hartenstein comes back as well. So, what do you think about that?
They overvalue Jalen Brunson, I think, a lot. I think they were like, he's a winner. Look at that playoff performance. 41 points. Look at that. He's a second to Luka. Look at it. Get him. 141 million? It's way overvalued. And they're going to be sitting on this contract for a minute. And they're going to be like, and once it begins, and he turns into a 15 to 18 point per game scorer. There's no way you're going to give him $141 million to sit on the bench, right? He's starting 15 to 18 point per game scorer, right? Once he turns into that, then they're going to be, then everybody, then it's going to be like, maybe we shouldn't have gave him that contract.
Yeah, this is a great example of some organizations don't know basketball. Because you have to understand for the Dallas Mavericks that Jalen Brunson was the second guy, the second scorer in their offensive sets. You go to the Knicks, he's probably going to be the third, maybe the fourth, because you got R.J. Barrett, they got, Julius Randle. Those two are entrenched as the 1 and 2, and he's got to fight for the 3-4. It's a completely different system than the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks was like, we're going to spread everybody out. Jalen Brunson, go work. The Knicks are like, spread everybody out. What are you talking about? I'm Tom Thibodeau. I'm not an offensive guy. Yeah. You just throw out this talent out here, and you guys just do your own thing. Like I don't care about offense. All I care about is being able to be good defensively. So, yes, I agree with you. $110 million, dear goodness.
Yeah.
Because let's play the point guard game. How many point guards are better than Jalen Brunson? Steph, I got Trae Young, John Morant, Luka Doncic, DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
I already said Trae. De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. Trae.
Jamal Murray.
Oh, you just said Trae.
Darius Garland. Fox, LaMelo Ball.
For sure. Easily. Yeah.
Brogdon. I would say Brogdon.
Got another guard. Okay. Oh, Malcolm Brogdon.
Man's a 20-point per game scorer. So we have 10 guys. And guards the heck out of the basketball.
Yeah.
Blinking. Drew Holiday, definitely.
Drew Holiday?
I should have brought up the list.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah. Let me do this real quick.
There's a bunch. It's a bunch of guys.
NBA teams. I'm just going to look up.
Are you going to pull out a list? Are you trying to prove a point?
12.
Tyrese Halliburton.
13. James Harden, 14.
He's shooting guard. Tyrese Maxey. He's shooting guard too.
15, 16.
Russ. Wall. I mean, it goes on and on.
No.
Rondo.
Not Rubio. Above him.
You don't like Rondo?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, definitely 18. Yeah. Chris Paul, 19.
Oh, yeah, SGA.
Kyrie Irving, 20. D'Angelo Russell, 21.
20.
No.
Marcus Smart.
Fred VanVleet, 22. Damian Lillard, 23.
Yeah.
So that he would be the 23rd or 24th. I don't know how I was counting that off.
Yeah.
23rd or 24th best point guard in the league. So, he's a low tier starter that you overpaid $110 million for that doesn't even fit your young core. when there's a guy out there named Colin Sexton who just averaged 22 points per game. That's a young point guard that fits the core, has more upside than Jalen Brunson because of athletic gifts, is a much better defender, and fits what you want to be as a team. But you guys are so busy watching playoff basketball and so busy being a terrible organization that you overpaid Jalen Brunson. $110 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's...
Colin Sexton could have got that contract.
You want to talk about ridiculous, like, there's... not even... I mean, John Wall is probably getting paid, what, $7 to $10 million a year? Like, what are we talking about here? There's... He's just not that kind of guy. And it's really bad overpaid by the Knicks. And he doesn't fit what they do. Because it's not going to be spacing paradise over there. Like, it's Julius Randle. He's a mid-range guy. They don't really have a ton of spacing. He's going to be, him and RJ Barrett are going to be arguing over the ball, initiating the offense. So, like, RJ Barrett's way better than him. So, I just disagree with this completely. The Knicks just don't know how to do basketball. Congratulations. You guys have sucked for the past 20 years for a reason.
No, they don't.
I mean, other than Melo saving their
the
day,
years,
I can't even think of them having a successful season. I mean, since Patrick Ewing and Pat Riley was the coach,
true.
They've sucked.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. It's organization, it's owner, all that type of stuff. Some teams are cursed. The Oklahoma City Thunder got Lou Dort on a 5-year, I think $87 million deal. What do you think about that?
I mean, if you believe in the Lou Dort, sweepstakes, then I guess you won. You saw what he was able to produce for. What front office saw what they were able to do for him, so they paid him. I mean, they believe in him, even though they have money to blow,
so they can take a contract and say, "Hey, we're just going to secure Lou Dort. If we let him go, maybe he develops into something. We regret it. Why not overpay him? While we have all this money, because other than SGA, they have so much money over there. It's ridiculous, and they're not going to have to pay Josh Giddey for a while, and Chet Holmgren just got drafted, so that got paid for him for a while. Everybody else on the team's young guys, so you can overpay and see what his potential is going to be in 5 years, and just say if we let it go and he became something, you probably would look back and like, man, we really made a mistake. So it's a safe move. The next team, Orlando Magic, Gary Harris, and Mo Bamba are coming back on 2-year deals. What do you think?
I like that. It's good that you keep Mo Bamba and you stick with Gary Harris. Those are good pieces. I mean, if Mo Bamba's your starting center, so you keep that around because you want to see what he can turn into. He's been great for the Magic so far. Gary Harris, you know what I mean? You're going to get he's a rotational player.
I agree, man.
Rotational
I think
two-guard,
Mo Bamba showed a lot of flashes of what they drafted him for, which is something very exciting for them moving forward as a solid center in the NBA. And another thing I want to say about Mo Bamba is that, his three-point shooting is really developing, and he's really I really like what I'm seeing from him, but when we talk about Gary Harris, I think Gary Harris made a mistake. I think he should have went to another team to try to prove himself because they just got so many guards that are young there. I mean, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. They got another guy, DJ August. No, RJ Hampton. Right? They got a lot of young guard talent that he has to kind of and they're committed to Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs being their starters. So he's going to have to fight over those other two guys who are trying to get minutes. So I think he should have went to another place, because Gary Harris used to be the number 3 guy on a winning basketball team with the Denver Nuggets. He's kind of in a bad situation where then when they traded for him, they're like, Gary Harris is going to be our guy. He got hurt, and he just kind of never got to integrate himself. They also have Terrence Ross. He never really got to integrate himself. So I think that was a mistake by him, because it's just he's still on the younger side of things, and there's a lot of winning teams that could use him. And, a team like the Lakers, like, I probably would want to have Gary Harris rather than Lonnie Walker because of what I used to see from him in Denver, right? So I think this was a mistake by Gary Harris, honestly. But, best of luck to him. But, injuries have been an issue there for him. Yeah. You ready to move to the next one? All right, the next one is the 76ers did really well. P.J. Tucker got a 3-year deal. They got P.J. Tucker, Philly, and Daniel House, 2-guard, 3-and-D guy for 2 years. What do you think about the 76ers?
P.J. Tucker, the Sixers definitely got better with the signing of P.J. Tucker. You know what you're going to give him. He's going to be consistently he's going to be great for you defensively. And all you got to do is just sit him in the corner and
that
go,
guy is a
PJ,
winning
you want to shoot the
piece.
ball? Sure, I'll shoot the ball.
He does is play winning basketball. And they needed a guy that wasn't Embiid and not a star to kind of be like, you want to throw punches to our point guard? I'm going to be the guy that takes this 1-game suspension and shoves you to the ground. Like, he's an enforcer, right? Whenever he was with Giannis, somebody did something to Giannis, that guy was attacking him. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, he's that guy that team doesn't have on the roster. So I really love this. They really needed defensive gifts, guys with good defenders, and having a guy like this on the roster, man, really, really is huge because Tobias Harris is just not that good defensively, so now you can rule out, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, P.J. Tucker, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, and that's a good lineup because P.J. Tucker can kind of guard 1 through 4, so whoever the best player on the other team is, he can go guard them. Danny Green, they moved, he's not a starter anymore for them, so I really love this pickup. He's the winning piece that they needed. All right, the Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker, Damian Lee, Bismack Biyombo, Josh Okogie. Those are guys that got signed, and no DeAndre Ayton signed yet, but he's probably getting left out there if they do a sign and trade, and they try to go get KD. So he's in limbo right now. So what do you think about the Suns? Their moves.
The Suns, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to sign Devin Booker back. He's your centerpiece. If you wouldn't trade superstars for him, then of course you're going to sign him. Bismack Biyombo, I think he's a good big to put shot blocker that you need on the floor, especially if you're not going to, if you're just holding out with DeAndre Ayton and use him as a trade asset, and seeing what could possibly happen with the KD sweepstakes. And I think Biyombo is a good piece that you could use going forward. It's not going to be on the level of DeAndre Ayton, but you have KD,
agree.
so what
I
else
think
do you
these
need?
are all good moves. We don't know what happens with DeAndre Ayton yet, so it's hard to really judge them completely yet. But, I'm glad that they're also not rushing to pay him because I don't think he's a max guy. I've disagreed with the way people view him for a while. But we'll move on to the Portland Trailblazers. Anthony Simmons, Joseph Nurkic, Drew Eubanks, and Gary Payton are their guys who got signed. What are you thinking?
Anthony Simons is the guy that you wanted to sign from the beginning. We knew he was going to get max. I feel like you're moving in a different direction, and you want him to be at the helm of this direction. So, that's just that's their future going forward.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I don't disagree with
that was a really good signing. I really do. I think them staying pat with those guys are the right moves to make. So, the next guy is the Sacramento Kings. What are you thinking about that? Oh, Malik Monk. Only one guy.
Who won the Sacramento Kings? Who signed? Oh, yeah. Rotational shooting guard. I mean, he can make me a start for you. He's young, so he still has some potential. I like the signing. I mean, I wish the Lakers would
Yeah,
have
I agree.
possibly
I
kept
think
him,
this is
but
a
I
really good
mean,
signing
hey,
for them. It's
they
the
probably
right
didn't
kind
want to pay
of
him.
age range guy that they want to take chances on. So I agree with it.